I'm a snapper.
And
Not a cracker or
Roll
popper.
music.
Okay, so we still have this music.
Yeah.
I forgot. So we have bongos and a guitar riff to overcome.
The bongos won't be till later. Segue into different topics.
I feel like this is building a crescendo to something.
I feel like when
Which
the
I
music
guess-
ends, people are really let down because they feel like it's about to, something's about to happen, you know? All right.
It just continues.
This is way too long, man.
I think if they didn't turn down the volume, we're supposed to listen to it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
feel like
it's a feature, not a bug, though. Yeah. All right, it's our 5th episode. We're going to be talking a little Super Bowl action. We got that little hack.
We're supposed to read this.
I'm going off the script.
Oh, really? You want to go
some
off
say
script?
off the cuff.
Off the cuff. Well, let me read it because we're told to read it, and then you can go off the cuff.
Okay.
In this episode, we're going to talk about the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show and how a couple stole $4.5 billion in Bitcoin.
Okay.
All right.
I thought there was only 21 million.
So there's no
wait.
dollar
Oh,
amount.
so you want me to read the second sentence?
Yeah, that's you.
As always, we'll tell you the news you need to know. Guess the rarity of some NFTs and answer a would you rather question from our producer.
Oh, Hudson.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hudson.
So there's also some other news that we did want to talk about, and that was the Twitter Spaces of this week. I almost feel like we should
Yesterday.
get right into it. I can kind of set it up. We've been trying to get in Twitter Spaces a little bit more.
We've done a few. We've done a few before in the past, but we were like, hey, let's become more active.
Yeah, and I was on my Twitter feed, and I just saw something that said CNFT. I don't even know what the rest said. I just saw CNFT. So I jump in. I'm in the office. You're across from me. I have it loud enough you can hear it too. I was in there, 5:10? I wasn't in there barely any time at all, and they're like, Deezy's here. Deezy.
Called you up to
maybe
the stage.
Deezy will talk. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he wants to talk. So I felt obligated. I felt compelled. I wanted to talk.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did want to talk. So, I raised my hand, like I was in 2nd grade. I raised my hand. And, I got brought up, quote unquote. And immediately they kind of had me in a defend boss cats, that's kind of the angle they were going at. And, I said up front, look, I'm not here to defend, what you might consider FUD. Let me just give you my perspective. Let me tell you how I weigh these things that, oh my God, they do this one thing that I disagree with. So I could just never do anything about this project, but just talk crap about it. That's not my approach. There's checks and balances. If something was scammy, but if I made $1 million selling it, guess what? The whole world would not care because they would say, you know what? Yeah, I guess I'll do that too. So I get it. You can have your moral compass. It's good to have a moral compass. We do have a voice. But at the end of the day, we're in crypto essentially to make a little bit of side money. If you like art, that's cool. If you like art and you make money with it, that's even better. And you said something, man, that really made me think. If you're only in it for the art, you don't care what anybody says because it can go to zero.
Yeah.
Because you don't care.
Yeah. Well, let me follow that with something real quick. No, I would go as far as 99% of the people that are in crypto, whether it's NFTs or token projects or Bitcoin or whatever, they're in it for the money.
Yeah.
And if they tell you,
it's not popular to say that, however.
It's not popular to say it, but they're in it to make money. And all those people on the Twitter Spaces yesterday, they were in it to make money. And usually what happens, and you've said this before, and I agree with it, people start hating on projects when it's not their project that's going up. If it's somebody else, like if it's Boss Cat Rocket Club going up and you might be in Veggie Tales or whatever that was, and it's not going up, well, it's really easy to get upset because people are greedy and they're selfish and they're self-centered. And like if it's not happening to them, then it's not good, right? Yeah. So that's the mentality. That's like human nature. That's kind of where we are as humans. That's just how we got to this level in civilization and development is being that way. So I get it, but but don't sit there and try to make it fact about these little things that you've either heard or read or somebody else on Twitter told you or some idiot on a Twitter space has said and you took it and ran with it as truth, as your Bible. You know, don't take that and try to shove it in my face and tell me I'm a bad person because I bought it and made a lot of money with it.
Yeah, you know, I kind of jumped in. You know, actually, it wasn't even Boss Cats at first. It was kind of like an Ethereum versus Cardano thing. And I just was kind of disagreeing with some of the people. They're fudding Ethereum. And I say, well, what's your complaint about Ethereum? The cost? What's your second complaint? You don't have one.
That's it.
Because it's working.
It's just the cost.
It works. It's just the cost.
And by the way, people don't bring this up, but you know where you don't get scammed as far as like, you know, scam tokens being dumped into your wallet and scam NFTs being dumped into your wallet? Ethereum.
Yeah.
Now, why is that? Think about it.
Yeah.
It's because it costs money to send a scam NFT to your wallet. Why is Polygon and Binance Smart Chain and Solana and all those chains like crazy about scams? Because it's super cheap and easy to do that on those chains. So you've said that before, where you get what you pay for. Like in every area of crypto, you're going to get what you pay for when it comes to a smart contract. If it's cheap, guess what? The scammers are going to use it.
Yeah, the analogy I like to use is like an Uber. You know, you go in a major city, a mint on NFT could be $100. It could be $200. You're in a major city, an Uber home could be $100. It could be $200. A Cardano mint is like $1. If you're in a major city and it's a $100 ride to get home, and someone says, "I'll take you home for $1.27," it might be the last ride you ever take.
Or it might take 3 hours.
Or it might take 3 hours.
Cardano.
They're going to stop. They're, hey, I got to go to my buddy's house. They're upstairs for 20 minutes. You've been in that car before.
I've been in that car.
Let me get $20. I'll be right back. They come back.
Yeah.
Hey,
and there's like another friend with them.
This isn't $20 worth.
No.
What is
not
this?
$20 worth.
But yeah, so it was. You know, I like the space. There's a lot of people I do respect in there. You know, shout out Fettuccine, some of the drops, the Cypher kicks.
Well, hold on. I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm not done.
Let's go.
I'm not trying to be like a diva in our own podcast. But, so you said what you said, and I respected it. And you weren't saying anything that was questionable, and you weren't saying anything scammy. You weren't saying anything about pumping and dumping. And the minute you logged out of the spaces, I logged in.
And it wasn't some sort of thing where, you know, I was like, look, guys, I do got to get ready for the show. I have a 5 p.m. live show.
No, you had to go.
I did have to go.
You had to go.
So I'm still sitting across from you, but I'm doing work.
You're putting your clothes on and all that stuff, getting ready.
Yeah,
and I was sitting right there.
Yeah, you're pouring the baby powder on me, you know.
Yeah.
But then you're like, well, you know what? I'm going to jump in. So you logged on. Now, I can hear this, but it wasn't some sort of thing like, oh, I'm going to pretend to leave and then I'm going to eavesdrop. No, we literally sit across from each other, and you jumped in. And you spoke. You weren't hiding, you know?
No, I spoke. But I didn't speak for a minute, and I was just listening.
And then they
saw
you.
Saw me. They saw the laser eye Mars robot icon that I have. But they took your words, and this is what I don't like about the space in crypto and, you know, NFTs. And I was very disappointed because it was a Cardano community talking about this, because I consider Cardano being one of the more positive spaces. But they took your words and they completely changed them around.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy, and I'm not going to point him out, but you know who you are.
You
basically saying, yeah, focus in real close. You know who you are. But anyway, you basically saying that you said, I buy a bunch of NFTs and then we do a video on them and dump them.
Yeah.
That is the farthest thing from the truth.
Yeah, they changed a lot of the you know, like they would change most to all. You know, I said, look, a lot of crypto is Ponzi-esque. Your Charizard that you have graded that's in a plastic case, what's the utility for that? Your utility is you hope the next person buys it for more money. I said a lot of NFTs, it's essentially the same thing. But yeah, then I leave, they say, I disagree with him saying all of NFTs are a Ponzi. I disagree with him saying no one's in it for the art. And it was just like, well, I didn't say all. I didn't say no one. They would change words on my sentences.
You didn't even say anything close to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the reality about crypto, and I'll say it again. 99, or I won't say 99, I'll say 95% of the projects that come out every single day, NFTs, tokens, and all that, in 2 years, they will be at zero. And there'll be another 95% that's created. That, if you've been in the space for anywhere more than 2 years, you have seen this already. So what does that mean? What does that say about crypto?
Yeah. I mean, for every one chain link, there's 19 projects that...
Stupid oracles that never made it.
Yeah.
They just took a bunch of money and left.
Yeah.
That's the game you're getting into when you're getting into crypto. I did a video today. It's up on the channel now as a car record. if you lose your money in crypto, don't blame the influencer. Don't blame people on Twitter. Don't blame people on YouTube. That's your fault. And what I mean by that is that is your money. It's not anybody else's money. It's your money. You worked hard for it. It pays your bills. Then you need to do something responsible with it and do your homework and research. Don't just listen to some idiot.
I will say this. It made me want to be in these spaces more. We need to communicate this message more. We need to communicate to people like, look, 5% of these are going to make it, 95 are going to fail. You need to know that. Most people are buying your project to sell it for more money. Maybe there's something where it's a free mint, there's 100 of them, and it's saving a rainforest. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit of a different situation. But if it's a 10,000 profile pick and it's minting for more than $500, 99% of the people are buying it to sell it for more money. Yeah. If not 99, if not every single person.
Yeah. Look, community's great. I love talking to people in Discord and messaging people and reading. I love all that. But that's not why you're spending $1,000 on NFT.
Yeah, and even the people who say, "Look, I'm never going to sell this. I'm going to give it to my child." Like the Bored Ape people. Some people said that. Well, they don't want to give their child this thing that's worth a lot of money and then have it not be worth any money 20 years from now. They're planning on giving them, in their mind, it's probably going to be the equivalent of 5 Bitcoin or 10 Bitcoin. It's a valuable asset they want to give their son or daughter. If they wanted to give some cool art, they wouldn't care about the price tag.
Exactly. If you're in it, that's the other point that I've said before, and you've said it. When you get into a crypto project, you need to make a decision. You got to figure out why you're in it. Are you in it to make money? Yeah. Are you in for the utility?
Yeah. And if it's utility, you don't care if it goes to zero.
If you're in it for the utility, as long as it works, you do not care. If you're in it for the money, then you have no reason to talk on this topic.
Yeah.
Flip it, make your money, and just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, if it's community, see you at the Vegas meetup. See you at the yacht party. See you, with your hoodie, And congrats, you got your hoodie. You got your yacht party. Yeah. You should be happy, You shouldn't care what other people are doing, what other prices are doing, what other people are pushing, influencing. Because why, if you don't care about the price, you don't care about if everyone knows about it. You just like your project because you like your project. But speaking of, projects and Bitcoin and, NFTs, we got a big game coming up. You're a football guy, right? You're a college football guy.
I'm a college.
And now it's time for Topical Topics.
We got to address the bongos before.
I think we have a segment
Super Bowl.
Where is it on my sheet that he types up? I think we're supposed to. Oh,
you're gonna read it? Read it verbatim.
Well, I don't see it on here. But
banter.
Is it under banter? Let me see. Oh, we heard you about the bongos. Not everyone loves them, so our producer is trying something new this week.
It's sure live. It is live music. Live bongos.
Then I want. Hudson,
let's talk about persuasion. There's persuasion techniques that he is employing here. He's gaming the system in his favor. And I see two words. Not everyone loves them.
Yeah.
So he's saying maybe you like them, but not everyone loves them. So he's gaming the system in his favor by saying the word.
Well, you can
love,
also say the majority of the people hate it.
And then he's setting you up. I'm sure we're all in for a treat. This sounds good. Wouldn't you agree?
Wouldn't you agree?
I think it is a treat.
It's answering. Well, what is the statement that you always tell us, Hudson? Everybody loves live music.
Everybody loves live music, so why not incorporate that into the podcast?
Well, I know I feel like a nobody, but I'm not a nobody, okay? And I don't love live music. Do you love live music? I have never really been a fan.
All right, so there is music that I would love to hear live, like old school Outkast. I would love to be able to go back in time.
Yeah, I'd love to see Outkast. I saw Metallica a couple months ago.
That's my point.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Have
you ever heard anybody say, hey, I want to go hear some rando play the bongos? I don't think so.
Without a joint in their mouth?
Without a joint in their mouth.
Without a joint, no.
And Hudson's never smoked weed. So
yeah.
He's not a random. He's my friend.
Okay.
Who is that? Taco.
Oh, God.
Is he allowed to talk?
Huh?
Is he allowed to talk?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe in a couple episodes.
We'll have to delete this entire episode after it's been up for like a day. We'll put it up for a day. So, the bongos let us know. Apparently we have a bongo count. What's funny is some of the people who said they liked bongos were like people in the office typing it ironically. However, we still have them as a plus category. I've spoken to these coworkers privately. They've told me their real feelings on the bongos.
Oh, so they were persuaded.
I don't believe you.
I don't know if he paid
They
them
were
to type
asked.
that. Well,
They were asked
you
to
know,
put it
I
in a
can't. I've
really
said too
talk
much.
about it,
I
yeah.
can't talk about it. Let's just know there's secret information. Let's just say
I didn't know Hudson had a gun.
this election was stolen. Is all I'm saying.
I didn't know Hudson had a gun. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I found out.
I think the voting was rigged.
Let's get to those topics, guys.
Okay, back to the Super Bowl. All right, so football. I'm not a big football guy. I used to watch a lot of Dallas Cowboys back in the day. I guess after gaming and crypto, after I became a Twitch streamer, I kind of let the sports fall on the wayside, and I was watching Fortnite. Fortnite was my football. God, that sounds so dorky.
It sounded pretty bad. Can't rewind it now. It's been recorded. So I like college football. I put people in two different categories, either like college football or pro football. There's a distinct difference, I believe. But I'm a college football
What's
guy.
the main difference between these two people?
The NFL people are they're usually older, scruffier, somewhat overweight. They're just a different breed, and NFL football is a different breed of football. It's a different type of football. It's more money driven. Unfortunately, with the NIL right now, we're seeing the NIL push money into college football, so we don't know how that's going to end up. But I for a long time, I believe that it was a more raw form of football was college football. It was more like sports driven, athlete driven, instead of like, hey, if I catch this, I get an extra pay.
My hang up with college or collegiate sports was it's always, people with less skill than the professionals, just by definition, you know what I mean? So it was always frustrating with basketball, for instance, seeing a missed layup. With football, for instance, just seeing a dropped pass. So, an easy fumble. So it's just, you watch these, it's almost like amateur hour. So when I watch college, I just see amateur hour because, technically, by definition, they are amateurs. Don't get me wrong, great athletes. I'm sure the top table tennis guy can probably kick my butt. Yeah. But, when you see someone miss a layup, you're like, well, who am I watching and why am I watching this?
I don't know, but I guess we're talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl, man. NFTs are going to be featured supposedly. There's pictures circulating with Snoop Dogg wearing the those little suits with the balls on it. He's going to be doing something.
What do
like
you
a 3D.
think he's going to be doing?
I don't think they're going to go full blown Tupac hologram, but I think they're going to have some sort of jumbotron thing.
Tupac.
Yeah, imagine a hologram Bored Ape. So Snoop has a Bored Ape. Eminem has a Bored Ape. Those who don't know the halftime show, it's kind of that old West Coast group, plus like Kendrick Lamar. So you're going to have a Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, I think maybe Exhibit, Mary J. Blige. So you're going to have that old West Coast group. Some of them have some Bored Apes. I think they're going to incorporate the Bored Ape in the halftime show. Some have said these are fake emails. Apparently, the NFL has sent some emails to people saying we want to use your want to use your ape. Maybe that was debunked. I'm not sure. I don't have time to do the sleuthing. But if they do feature, I think it would be Jumbotron. The monkey is doing the same thing that Eminem's doing. The monkey's doing the same thing that Snoop is doing. They bend their elbow. You see the monkey bend his elbow. I think. I don't know. What do you think? You think they're going to be featured at all?
So I can't remember what Super Bowl it was. I think it was 2018. There was some kind of a crypto, and I forgot the token that was actually, was it Tron? I can't remember what it was, but it was some kind of big hype lead up to the Super Bowl. I think it happened.
That was peak froth of the last cycle,
peak
dude.
Froth.
January, early February.
It was the altcoin froth. And it had basically ended, but prices were still extremely high, and we were just trying to find something to grasp onto. Yeah. And Katy Perry came out with her fingernails, and then the whole thing fell apart.
Because of her?
Because of Katy Perry. Katy Perry ruined the market.
So it was her nail stylist, not Katy.
Well, no, it was Katy. It was Katy Perry. Okay. But anyway, she kissed a girl, and then what happened after that? Cherry chapstick or whatever it was. Anyway, what was I talking about?
What
do I think?
The Tron thing. So last time.
I think the bigger question is, do I think it's a top signal like the Katy Perry and the other Super Bowl in 2018 was? Like this hype buildup. And we've talked about this off camera before.
You've been trying to tell me to sell my monkey. I got a mutant. I have a mutant ape.
And I had a mutant ape, and it was worth a good amount of money, and I sold it. I bought it at 3 something, and I sold it at like 15 something, almost 16. So I made
ETH, not dollars, not thousands of dollars.
Yeah, ETH. So I made a pretty good amount of money. Also, ETH was like in the mid 3,000s. So I made a pretty good amount of money on that. Really good amount of money. Life-changing money. So I've been trying to tell Deezy. Deezy's trying to buy a house. And I said, man, that ape would really help with a down payment on a house. So I want to put you on the spot. If you do think this is the top signal and you think that it's going to be one of those buy the rumors, sell the news things at the Super Bowl, there's going to be an ape, just like the Elon Musk Doge SNL, which crashed Doge. Are you going to sell a day before the Super Bowl?
I've long said I was going to sell the Saturday before Super Bowl, as soon as the rumors of this started circulating. But then the greed struck me. You know why the greed struck me, right? Justin Bieber. So Justin Bieber jumped in, like, it's just, I don't know if like 22. So it's around $60,000.
This is the same mentality, though, that everybody had when they saw Katy Perry with a Monero logo, an Ethereum logo, a Litecoin logo, and a Ripple logo, and I think a Bitcoin logo. Everybody thought, this is it. It's gone mainstream. It's the moon from here. We're going up. Where's the yachts? Let's go get the Lambo now. Let's buy it on credit. Yeah. And everybody got wrecked because you get into this mindset, and I've tried to help you before. You get into this mindset that it's going to keep going up forever, that this is the moment that everything changes. And that's what the smart money wants you to think. And then what happens? Historically, then it dumps. Because the smart money's like, I'm going against the grain, because that's how they make their money. They go against what everybody else is doing.
Yeah. And I don't know. Well, I had a real serious night. I was going to say, you know what? All night when I lay down to sleep, I'm really going to be thinking about, should I sell it? I'm going to start weighing them. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to do this whole like checklist of pros and cons. And I just didn't do it. And then I haven't really done it since. And
so
yeah,
what
you're
saying right is you can't.
It's hard to let go of.
You can't give us an answer, is what you're saying. You're denying us an answer. Your people.
Probably not going to sell, but I might. Yeah. It is a lot of money. It will change my life.
Yeah, it's life-changing for anybody. Well, maybe not for Justin Bieber, but it's for most people.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing the ETH drain when I bought it. I remember just thinking like,
I remember I was with you when you bought it, and I remember you thinking like, God, that's a lot of ETH. And
it took me a while to commit. It was hours. You're like, did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? I'm just like looking at the ETH like.
And now you can get what, 21 ETH for it?
Yeah, somewhere around there. 22,
You know what happened to Icarus?
He flew too close to the sun.
Yeah, and his wings melted because they were made of wax. And he fell to the ground and died.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I will say this. I'm more likely to sell after this conversation.
Okay. Well,
you're pushing me in what you would consider the right direction. Yeah. Well, what else have we got for the topical topics? We got the big hack.
Oh, the big hack. Do we have a video? Let's hear those bars.
Yeah, it's the rapper. Hear it?
Yeah. Let me pull it up.
She's dubbed the Crocodile of Wall Street. I don't think anyone called her that. No one called her that.
She did. She called herself that.
Yeah, she called herself that.
Wait, go backwards real quick. Go back. Can we go backwards? When she's on and you see the people, you want to think that everybody's like cheering her on, but everybody's doing their day-to-day life. Can you go back all the way? Like not
where you
all the
were.
way, where you were before. Yeah. I like how everybody was just like everyday life.
No one. It's New York. It's
no,
keep going.
Crazy
you don't want to make eye contact with.
Remember that one crazy lady?
Yeah.
Look, everybody's like.
No one cares. So I will say this. Maybe she's, good lyrically, but that was one of the worst flows I've ever heard in my life. Like
you think
how
she was
it
good
sounded.
Lyrically?
No, I'm saying maybe. I haven't really sat and dissected her bars, so I don't really have a comment on that. Someone's gonna say, "Oh, you didn't see her song for 2019. This is fire." That's one of the worst flows I've ever heard in my life. It reminded me of Man Show Andy Milonakis when he was like pretending to be a 10-year-old. That was like a fifth. It was like a fifth grader whose mom's a little too supportive. Honey, go rap in front of grandpa in the living room, and it sucks. There
she is.
I mean,
and that's the nerdy guy.
Yeah, so he had the tech background. She had the rap background. I don't know her technical prowess. I'm not trying to say, oh, this isn't a sexist thing. I think it was more him doing the actual like hacking, quote unquote, because he is the one, like he's currently employed like in, tech software development.
So you're saying, basically what you're saying is like women can't be good at math. Is that
not
what you're saying?
what I'm saying.
Women can't
not
be good at
at
math.
all. What I'm saying, there's several
We hear you. We hear you loud.
winning women.
We hear you loud and
in the
clear.
space.
We know what Deezy's about.
She's probably better at math than I am. She's probably better at computer
What's she
science.
doing? Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty terrible. That was all.
That was a really, really bad rap. But what did they do? They stole $4.5 billion in Bitcoin.
Yeah, they haven't been able to spend it, so they're like slowly but surely getting like $500 gift cards
But they got them, right?
Yeah, supposedly. Could be a patsy. I don't know.
Hudson, can you look that up? Did they get them?
No, they're arrested. They already posted bond. They were charged, but this is high stakes games here, where who knows what happened. Plus, until they're convicted, alleged. They're the alleged thieves.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like they did it, right?
Yeah.
They allegedly, I don't care, but they did it. But I feel like if they would have stole like just like a couple million,
yeah,
maybe this wouldn't have happened.
What'd you think of her rap?
It was terrible. Like lyrically, everything was bad, and I'll go out on a limb and say anything that she's ever done has been terrible. And I don't even know like anything she's ever done. But
you haven't heard a remix with The Game.
Yeah, well, I don't think The Game would have made that choice. But anyway, everything that she's ever done in her life, as far as rapping go, has probably been terrible. Just
How
like
about
that
anything she's ever done? Period.
Well, I'm not going to say that. Like maybe she's done some good things. I don't know.
Yeah.
She cleans house well. I mean, that's what women do. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. That's a joke. I'm not that. Is that the line?
No.
Is that the line?
I think we're good.
Nah,
I think we're good.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Anyways, that's what
too.
Folding clothes, cooking, whatever.
And math.
And math. Probably great at math.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts on the rap.
All right. Well, if they're guilty, hopefully they rot. And, if you lost money to it, I hope you get your money back. So.
Well, the good thing about blockchain is you're supposed to be able to.
And the good thing about hacked Bitcoin, sometimes, you would have paper handed that Bitcoin. It could have been a blessing in disguise for some of these people. Maybe. Maybe someone had like some cancer medication to pay for another debt or whatever. Sure, it sucks for that person. But no, generally speaking, a lot of people, when we go back more than, pre-2017, basically, majority of people sold their Bitcoin too early. So.
Yeah. Well, imagine started mining it in 2010, 2011 when it was pennies, 50 cents a dollar, whatever.
It goes to $10 and you freak out and you sell it all.
Are they going to do like you, Icarus, and fly to the moon and write it
down? So you say Bitcoin's going to zero?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was
so you think it's a bear market?
That was a very Altcoin Daily point.
That's what I was going for there. All right, what do we got? Is it time for a little rank?
We're going to rank some NFTs, some Pluto Alliance NFTs.
All right, so the Pluto Alliance, full disclosure, they overrank Mars, but looks like we don't have Mars. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, this might be a tough one. Let me look. Okay, you got a black hole. So we got the Saturn, we got the Neptune, we got the black hole, we got the Earth, and that's, what is that, a Venus?
Yeah.
Hard to tell.
It's a Venus.
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead was the only one that got Venus. All right, so black hole for sure is number one.
Black hole for sure is number one.
For sure. I know this.
For sure.
What are you doing? That's the pumpkin.
That's Venus. Red Skull. Red Skull for sure,
Red
number
Skull.
one. I forgot we're dealing with. All right, now here, let's do least rare. So Saturn is not as rare as Earth, but laser is more rare than goggles, but he also has pants. I'm thinking Earth is the least rare. What do you say?
Golly. I don't know, man, that Neptune.
The Neptune with the Bitcoin shirt and the ice. Neptune and Earth.
You're right. All right, let's put Saturn there. I got the laser eyes, though. It throws you off.
I think it's Earth, man. I think that's more of a toss-up versus the Earth.
Right,
I really think Earth is...
Earth.
Man, watch Earth be
It's
higher.
not. It's not. I'm telling you it's not. It's going to be Neptune. Neptune or Saturn. I'm going to let Deezy pick because I like it when he's wrong. Go ahead.
I'll have the agency. Yeah, Earth. Earth is last. That's last.
Earth is last. D. All right. Venus is number 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking Pumpkinhead's number 2.
Pumpkinhead's 2. That's a Venus. That's like the second. No, up. Yeah, A. All right. Now let's do. Oh man,
I mean, laser eyes was pretty rare. Bitcoin shirt, not so rare. What I can't remember is how rare is the ice beard and the ice eyebrows.
Okay, let's just run with it. Let's do Saturn is the second C, and then Neptune Bitcoin shirt is.
See, I disagree with that, but we'll roll with it because I like it when you're wrong.
Dang it.
All right.
All right.
So I would. Okay. All right. Let's see.
What do you guys think? You feel good about it?
I mean, we semi disagree, but this is the good compromise. Are you kidding?
Wow.
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead, rare
Black
than
hole.
black hole.
What's that?
Here's what you put.
Totally wrong, everyone.
Man,
Correct.
Earth was way more rare than I thought. The goggles? Had to be the goggles. You know what part of it was his sword. I think the sword put him over the
And
top.
the shoes.
You remove that sword, he's down.
Yeah. Well, it would be really embarrassing if it was like our project. Like that would be really embarrassing.
You imagine if like we helped create that. And,
Yeah.
you
Like
know.
if we set the rarities, like can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Real quick, I do want to mention something about Pluto Lent since we're talking about it. I can't say exactly what the news is, but I do like teasing it and making people upset.
don't like the teasing sometimes. I think generally they like it more than they don't. They say that they don't. You're saying soon.
I want to know an
I want
exact
a
date. Yeah. So some really, 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 really big news is coming.
And we do have a date.
And we do have a date.
2022.
It is going to be this year. So,
That's your date.
yeah, y'all just keep that
All
in
right,
mind.
big news. The big news is exactly.
Going to happen this year. So, that's all I can say. But on a serious note, this is going to be a game changer. And I'll give you a hint. It has to do with Pluto Alliance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
V1's only. V1's only. Go.
bongo time.
Now it's time for news you need to know.
So, for those of you who don't know that, and you think the voice is different, that's Taco.
Yeah, it was J Chains.
It was J Chains, but now it's Crypto Taco.
All right, so I collaborated with Hudson. I don't think you've seen this yet. I'll let you read it.
Justin.
Justin.
McDonald's has, filed for a new trademark applications indicating that its plans to offer a virtual restaurant featuring actual and virtual goods and operating a virtual restaurant featuring home delivery.
So McDonald's is
a
going to
metaverse-
have
is this a metaverse?
a metaverse McDonald's.
That's going to deliver food to your house in the metaverse.
I mean,
Are you going to have an appetite in the metaverse?
I don't know
That's what
about-
I want to know.
What do you mean deliver? Like you walk up to the counter and they hand it to you? Home delivery? A virtual
Home delivery.
So you go in the virtual restaurant and then it's just going to lead you to an Uber Eats kind of deal. You know?
Oh, so it's not delivering to you in the metaverse.
Yeah. Although it would be funny to like you're dipping virtual fries and virtual ketchup and you're like eating it like you're in Hook. You know, pretend. Can you placebo your way to a full stomach?
I don't think the tech's there yet, but it's going there.
It's getting
I think
there.
it's going there. It's going to
Yeah.
tap into those.
Save
little
us,
chips.
Elon. You know, tell me I'm full, so I don't turn to a fat F at night.
Letter F.
Yeah, I mean that's weird. McDonald's metaverse, you're ordering in McDonald's. I don't think because we saw the clip with the Walmart. It's a pain in the butt. You're sitting here trying to like grab something off a shelf and put it in your cart. You're sitting here talking to a person. Yeah, let me get the number 2, no pickles. You're just gonna want to pull out your phone and be like, beep boop bop boop boop, done.
Bop.
Yeah.
I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
sit there. You're gonna wait in line.
At the metaverse?
Will they have a line?
In the metaverse? I don't know.
Oh, will the virtual Waffle House have fights?
Probably.
That's not gonna.
Well, you heard
happen.
what happened to J Chains. J Chains was just kind of meandering around in the metaverse with his Oculus on, and he came into this room.
Yeah.
And they were beating this one guy up.
Yeah.
And he tried to stop it, or he was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then everybody beating the guy up turned and said, "You're next." And he like had to yank his goggles off. True story. That's a true story.
Yeah, the whole thing-
That's what it's going to be like. It's going to be cutthroat in there,
The
man.
thing about like Meta, have you seen that they added spaces between avatars, so you can't like, you know,
Punch on 'em?
You can't
What do you
pretend
mean?
it's a Travis Scott concert. You know,
Oh, too soon, man.
on them.
I
You
don't
know what I
think
mean? But anybody who's played anything, say like Fortnite, you're in the lobby before you go to the map. People can just run into you and they can chop at you. You know, they can do little dance moves. They can simulate sexual motions already in Fortnite. But I've never seen anyone say, my 9-year-old was playing Fortnite and someone pretended to.
Too far! God! Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for the advice.
Who's worried about that?
You guys ready for the next story?
Who's actually like?
No.
It's avatars run around bumping into each other.
Right now.
Yeah,
but in the future,
if I
we're
could
going to
unbutton your
McDonald's.
clothing,
We're going to
yeah,
McDonald's
that's
in
another
the future.
conversation. How far away are we from me like grabbing at your zipper in the metaverse, and you're like, no, like that's not. We're not there yet. That's all I'm saying. I want us to be there, but we're not there yet.
I think there's some applications out there that you can do that.
Are we gonna file a patent after this episode?
That's a really good idea. So I'm writing that down.
I want to be able to.
I've seen the video.
All right, now it's time
We're
for
gonna end on monkey. Okay.
Would You Rather.
That's not the note to end on.
After this episode, everybody's gonna say, "Deezy's got some issues."
He's a deviant.
Deezy's got some real issues. So he does.
It
All
took
right,
a
you
fifth
guys ready
episode
for
my
Would You
real self
Rather?
to expose it. Speaking of exposing himself,
Would you
beat by every
rather
elementary.
have everyone be able to read your mind
Oh,
or
these questions.
see your internet history?
obviously
try-
internet history.
You think that's what's gonna be a bigger telltale? It's not the same thing. Like everybody's like, well, you're gonna Google.
Oh, here's the thing. If you go to, all right, I'm just using this as an example. I know I'm like leaning into the sexual deviant role here, but this just.
Oh, so you're not
bear
really
with
like
me.
this.
I'm not really like
Okay.
that. Say you go to Hooters, the restaurant, and the waitress comes, and you're sitting here going over the Atlanta Braves baseball lineup, and you're sitting here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just counting in your head incessantly. They're gonna know, like, oh, he's trying to distract himself from what he's really thinking about, and it'll probably slip through every now and then.
Which is chicken wings, right?
Yeah, like, do I get sauce? Like, is that
Yeah,
what
you're
saying?
thinking of the sauces.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with hot sauce, do you want milk?
Right.
What would you rather? Hold on. He hasn't done his. What would you rather have?
Would I rather see somebody's internet history
No,
or
would you rather reveal your internet history or have people be able to read your mind forever?
Oh, so basically it's like the thing that I don't want. So I would rather have people, I guess, read my internet history.
Yeah, right.
Because I have a bad mind,
Yeah.
I'm not just I mean, sometimes I say in my mind crazy things.
All right.
I think that's it. That's all of our
Let us know about the bongos
and the Xeno.
and the pink border.
And the pink hoodie.
What's a purple hoodie?
It's lavender. Fuchsia.
Is it still rolling?
Yep. You want to kill it?
Yeah, this thing goes on forever unless we
It's
say
a
something.
little long, I think. I think it's a little long. I mean, does
Yeah.
anybody else? Am I the only one that thinks that? Me and Deezy?
I think the people want more.
It just keeps going. Verse 2. Oh, wait, there's a solo. Is this the second solo or the first?
All right, Hudson, kill it.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
seriously, at this
I think
point.
the organ was about to start playing.
All right, how was that?
That was